Jonah, son of Amittai, was a prophet of Jehovah from Gath-hepher during the reign of Jeroboam II. One day, Jehovah came to Jonah saying, "Get up, go to Nineveh, the great city, and proclaim judgment against her, for her wickedness has come to my attention." But the Ninevites were a cruel and dangerous people, and Jonah was afraid, so he ran away. He went to Joppa and found a ship going to Tarshish. Tarshish was 3,000 miles in the wrong direction. At first, the sea was calm, but Jehovah hurled a strong wind and a violent storm, and the men on board became frightened. The men all called out to their gods to save them, but nothing happened. The captain went down to where Jonah was sleeping and told him to call out to his God. The men cast lots to find out who was to blame for this calamity, and the lots fell on Jonah. Jonah confessed that he had run away from what Jehovah God had told him to do, and he instructed the men to throw him overboard. The men thought that this would anger God more, so they refused. But the storm got worse and worse and worse, and the men feared for their lives. Finally, they lifted Jonah up and threw him into the sea, and immediately the sea calmed. The men offered thanks to Jehovah and made vows. Meanwhile, Jonah was swallowed by a large fish and came to be in its belly for 3 days and 3 nights. Jonah prayed for forgiveness, and in time Jehovah caused the fish to vomit Jonah onto dry land. Again, Jehovah instructed Jonah to go to Nineveh to proclaim the message of judgment. In just 40 days more, Nineveh will be overthrown. Nineveh was a large city full of violence, idolatry, and cruelty. Jonah stood and declared God's message to the people. In just 40 days, Nineveh will be overthrown. At first, the people were skeptical, but news of Jehovah's dealings with other nations had reached them, and they became very afraid. The people in Nineveh began to put faith in Jehovah. They proclaimed a fast and wore sackcloth. Even the king issued a decree that all should turn from their evil ways. When Jehovah God saw what they had done, he reconsidered destroying them. But this was not good to Jonah, who felt angry God would save them after he had told them they would be destroyed. In a fit of temper, Jonah went out of the city and made a shelter and sat in its shade to see what would happen. It was very hot, so God made a bottle gourd plant grow to give Jonah shade. But the next day, God sent a worm which attacked the plant, so it died. In the heat of the day, Jonah grew upset over the death of the plant. Jonah even fell to the ground, saying, "It is better for me to die than to live." But God pointed out that Jonah was sorry over a plant that died, while God was sorry over the 120,000 men of the city. They had changed their ways and deserved to be saved. Jonah returned to Nineveh, where people now knew and respected the true God.